We always knew it was a possibility, though, Dan, right? And at the end of the day, it's not a question of when, it's a question of how quickly that oil can get back to the market.
That's exactly right, and that is the question that markets want answered. It's something we don't know yet, but what we do know is that Iran has agreed to come back to the table after several months of delay and, of course, growing concern in the West, Hadley, over its nuclear advances now. So what we've seen is Iran's Deputy Foreign Minister Ali Bagheri Khani, who is leading Iran's nuclear negotiations, meeting the top EU diplomat Enrique Mora in Brussels. The Deputy Foreign Minister then took to Twitter to announce that these talks will resume by the end of November. Now, it's understood a precise date for those negotiations to start will be announced in the next week, but he did not say where the talks would take place, who might attend, or how they might be conducted. Are they going to be in person or virtual? We don't know yet. What we do know as well is that earlier this week, the US Special Envoy for Iran, Robert Malley, said that efforts to revive talks were at a, quote, critical phase, and Tehran's reasons for avoiding those talks were wearing thin. So you can call this a significant breakthrough, but it might be too little too late in a way, because resuming these talks in the weeks before the end of the year almost certainly sets them up for a further delay into 2022 and beyond. So that means it's unlikely that the Biden administration is going to be able to deliver an Iran deal this year, but anything is possible. So watch this space. Remember as well, these talks have already been on hold since the election of Iran's new president, the hardline president Ibrahim Raisi, back in June. And for months, we've also seen senior US officials, including those US officials who have been on CNBC, urging Iran to return to negotiations, saying the ball is in Iran's court and time was running out to get a deal done. But the reality is as well, even after 6 rounds of talks in Vienna, Tehran and Washington still very much disagree on what steps need to be taken and when, with key issues remaining like what nuclear limits Tehran is going to be willing to accept and what sanctions Washington is willing to remove, Matt. So a lot of uncertainty here, but it does seem like talks are now moving in the right direction. Let's see what happens next. Back to you.